Okay, where's the group at today as
So,
far?
so I don't tour with the group anymore. I stopped actually touring in 2012 because God was calling me to do some other things, my own stuff, and then my mother actually ended up passing away.
I'm sorry to hear
So
that.
thank you so much.
Um,
So I was glad I stepped away from touring a lot at the time when I did because yeah, it was time. I had been doing it for over 25 years. So what I do now, I've done some shows with the group every now and then, but I do my own stuff, and of course, it's all love. I support. The only original member present now is Speech. Everybody else are new members. So the new lineup: JJ Book, Farida, One Love, and they're just amazing. And yeah, it's all love. So I jump on stage every now and then. And we did the Trumpet Awards, and then we just got honored back last year for the Black Music. Was it Black Honors? We got the Hip Hop Legend Award. So
right.
headliner Raza Dunn and myself, Speech, we were all there. And that was the first time the original members had all of us collectively have been on stage since the 90s together. So it was a very emotional moment for me. Bob OJ, he passed away, so, and I love my Baba and I miss him so much. So yeah, it was tough. Yeah, but it was
Well, that,
beautiful too.
definitely. And for the record, I bought that first album in Nashville. So,
Look at you.
so Tennessee, I can always
See,
remember where I was at and what I was doing when I bought that album.
that's so cool.
So let's talk about you. You do singing.
Yes, I sing, I write, I do artist development, I teach dance. So I love doing all this stuff. I'm actually writing books. My mother also left a lot of her books behind and her artwork, so I'm going to get that out. So yeah, and I actually I've done some TV projects, but I want to really get more into TV and films because I love that. Yeah, so I did Dancing with the Stars, where I did a tribute with Michael Jackson, with Travis Payne, and that was with Omarion. So I did that a few years back, and I had a ball doing that. I've done a lot of pilots for shows and different things like that. So yeah, I really love TV and film. I like good stuff, fun
Right.
stuff that's lightweight. I don't really like a whole bunch of heavy stuff.
Right.
For me personally, because I like to smile a lot and be a light, if you will.
Right. You mentioned several categories that you're involved with, and we can
Yes.
break down each one and tell me what you're doing with it. As far as the songs you wrote, can you tell us some of the
Yeah.
songwriting you've done?
So I have my own music that I write. I have some music on iTunes and all the streaming outlets. So I've written for myself. I write for other artists. I actually co-wrote a song on Angie Stone's album back in, was that 2012? It was called First Time. And I just write for a lot of indie artists and my own stuff, like I said, and I enjoy that because it's just being on a different side of the spectrum. Because sometimes I don't necessarily have to be in front of the camera. I also do styling. I also can do makeup, and so a lot of times when I do artist development with my clients, I kind of put a vision together, if you will, of the direction of, how you should go with your music, your look, imaging, hair, makeup, all the way down to the nails, everything. I bring in teams. So a lot of times I'm the liaison, bringing in creative teams. I love doing that. I love doing behind the scenes stuff and managing. I've done a lot of management and consulting for artists because I've been through so much in this business that I don't want other people to go through what I've been through. So, a lot of things I had to learn through trial and error, not necessarily saying I was hard-headed or anything like that. It's just the information that is out there now. We didn't have that back in the 80s and the 90s.
Right.
You know what I mean? You had to kind of, you know, if you didn't have anybody to actually take your hand and say, hey, let me take you under let me take you under my wing and show you, you wouldn't know. So that's what I do. I have committed myself to helping up and coming artists and telling them the real. I share my stories with them, the good and the challenging, because I don't like to say bad, but all of it has made me the woman that I am today. So I'm so grateful for a spiritual foundation, because to be honest, oh my God, I'm surprised a lot of times. I'm like, you know, I'm still standing because it's been a lot. It's been a real journey. It really has.
Right. Who are some of your clients? Can you speak on them that you work with?
Yes, so I've had several clients throughout the years, but because I've done choreography also for people that's established and people who are up and coming. So right now, again, I work with an artist named Bobby who's phenomenal, and I manage my daughter, Peyton, Alex Peyton. She's a model. I also work with a young lady by the name of Faith, Milage, Brooke Graves. Yeah, so I've worked with a lot of different artists across the board, but those are the people that I'm working with right now. Yeah.
What kind of upcoming projects can we be on the lookout for from you?
You know what? Hey, right now I got my creative juices flowing.
Right.
So you might just see anything. But a lot more dancing, because I feel like this quarantine has definitely revived my passion, you know, in dance, if you will, because I get a lot of messages from people that are like, your videos make me so happy and they make me smile. So, you know, I definitely am inspired by that, because I went through a season where I couldn't dance and didn't think I was going to dance anymore because of some injuries and some things I had to go, you know, physically have been dealing with. But yeah, some more dance projects, some more music. I'm working on some cool stuff. Razadon, actually one of the original members of Arrested Development, we're doing some stuff together. I have a crew called the Hot Hitters I work with, and we're going to be working together. My artist Bobby, she has her album coming out. I'm developing Miss Faith and the Lodge and my daughter and all her amazing things she has going on. So yeah, I mean, I got my hands in a few things right now.
Can you speak on your daughter a little bit? Alex Payton, that's your only daughter?
Oh yes, the one and only. She is the beginning and the end. So yeah, but, she's 17. She's amazing, very focused, smart, intelligent, just a kind-hearted young lady. And she's already done a few major ads, but Nike was one of the biggest ads that she did. And yeah, she's been modeling since she was 13. And you know, on a professional level, as far as runway. She did some things when she was little. She's been on TV shows with me and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, this was something she really wants to do. Fashion design is her passion, and she is killer in those heels. It's like she transforms when she's on the runway. It's like she becomes a different person.
Right.
And yeah, and she walks in heels way better than me. Like way better. Okay.
That's what's up.
Yes. So I'm grateful. You know, she's been a true blessing in my life, and she's been touring with me since she was 2 months.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, so she's been touring around the world with me and all that good stuff.
Cool. Before we get out of here, I got a few fan questions for you.
Yay! Hey, fans. Okay.
Are you a spiritual person?
I am. Definitely, very much so. I'm big on just spirituality and also just energy. So I'm real big on that. Like if your energy is good, I love good energy, good positive energy. You know, that's so important to me. Because even the people I work with, I pray about everybody I work with. I don't just work with people just because I want to make sure that it's purposeful, that it's reciprocal, that, you know, okay, God, what am I supposed to be doing for this person, you know, and what are they supposed to be getting out of it? And if it's something that's, you know, if it doesn't work with the plan of God, I don't really like to touch it, because I don't want to be in the way of the right person that's supposed to come in their life. You know what I mean? So I'm real big on that. Yeah, definitely.
What do you consider the best phase of your life?
now, actually. Yeah. So I'm one of those people. I'm so grateful for my yesteryears. They have definitely shaped and defined me on my journey. But I believe that my best days are in front of me. I truly believe that. So the present and the future.
Right. Your greatest achievement?
My having my daughter, for sure. Yeah, being a mom, she, changed my life on so many levels, and I wouldn't trade it for anything in the world. Like literally, she's like my heartbeat. You know what I mean? So yeah,
Right.
my daughter for sure, definitely.
When you were with Arrested Development, what was your favorite tour that you were a part of?
Oh, my favorite tour. Had to be with In Vogue. In
Okay.
Vogue was my favorite tour because they were super nice and kind. I mean, but I had a lot of great tours, but In Vogue definitely was at the top. And my favorite show was Sesame Street.
Okay. Can you take us back to that?
Oh man, I turned into a child, literally. I was like, oh my God, we're in Sesame Street. And Mr. Snuffleupagus, I love. So just to be able to see all of the just how it functions and all of the work that goes into it. And it was crazy. We had to do this. The song was called Pride. I still have the cassette tape of the audio. And we were walking, and one of us were like, the song's like, keep pride alive. We walking and stuff, and somebody stepped in the street, and they was just like, oh, stop. And they were like, start over. Do not walk in the street, because the kids will walk in the street because they see you do it. So you had to be like very careful where you stood and how you moved. It was incredible. Yeah. And also too, you can't just go on Sesame Street. You have to get on. It's like you're on a waiting list. They pick you. You don't pick them. They pick you. So to be on Sesame Street, I was like, we made it.
Great memory.
It was great. That was my
Uh,
favorite.
what do you know now that you wish you would have known then?
Ooh, ooh, you got time?
I got time.
You got time. Oh my God. Few things. That this truly is a business first, and know the business, like really know it. Don't take people's word for something. If it's not in black and white, don't trust it. If it's not in black and white, don't trust it. Not to take things personal. That is, sometimes it is just business, and it's not personal. It's not that I can love you, but I just can't do business with you. You know what I mean? Right. So I learned that. I learned that it's always, so back there it was really weird. Like the things that artists can do now, like you have people could do Sprite commercials, they could do this, they could do that. Back then that was considered being a sellout. I wish that, back then it was a little different, so that you could cross market and get into arenas that you might not have been was your thing, but you were able to get into different arenas and do, music and in this arena, or act or be in commercials. So just cross marketing, knowing more about that, learning that everything is bigger than America and it's a global thing, and to kind of make sure you plant your seeds and plant your roots in other countries, because that could be a place where could spark your career and take it to a whole nother level, a whole nother place. That this business can really take you down if you let it, and you can't let anything steal your joy or your light. It's some great aspects of the business as well, but it is a lot of ugly parts. You know what I mean? Right. And to align yourself with good people. If you find good people in this business, like straight up, like you can align with, it's like you hold on to them. You know what I mean? Because everybody loves you when you pop in.
Right.
Everybody. But when you're not, or quote unquote, or people like, oh, there has been, or they're not hot anymore, that's when you find out who your real friends are. So that is a such thing as industry friends, and then is your real friends. You know what
Right.
I'm saying?
Right.
But I think the most valuable thing definitely is just know the business, research, read. No, don't take anybody's word for it. Lawyer up, get you a good attorney. Don't just sign the first contract to come your way. You know, and know how to handle your money when it comes. Get you a good accountant, all that kind of stuff, and make sure you know about publishing and copyrights and all that kind of stuff. And just don't take people's word for it.
Right.
You know.
You were talking about that whole sellout thing, and I do remember if you aligned yourself with a certain thing, you were considered a sellout. Do you remember anything that you guys could have took advantage of that you turned down and had regrets to this day?
Well, here's the thing. A lot of stuff, like any opportunity that came my way, especially if it was something positive, I did. Now, as a group, I can't really speak to some of those things because, of course, I wasn't the one that had to make those decisions. But yeah, it's a few things I wish that we had done later on that I found out about. Yeah.
Are you allowed to speak on those?
I'm not. But let's just say some TV shows and that kind of stuff. Yeah.
Where does Eshe see herself in 10 years?
Oh my gosh. So in 10 years, I see myself just keep evolving, like being my best self, you know, just growing and glowing. And I'm sure possibly I'll be married by then. Because I've been single for a very long time. But yeah, so you know, just loving life, living, and just growing and glowing. And whatever God's plan is for my life, you know, I'm planting all the seeds now, and things are blossoming around me, and it's happening. So, oh my gosh, in 10 years, it's going to be amazing.
Beautiful. I do thank you for joining me this evening.
Thank you
Been
so much
a
for having
fan.
me.
Before we get out of here, can you once again tell everybody what your upcoming projects are and what to look forward to?
So just stay locked in. My Instagram is Eshe 2-time Grammy. My Twitter, I'm on Facebook at Monsho Eshe. I'm on YouTube. I have music, dancing, artists, all kinds of stuff coming out. Blee, 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 blee. Hey, Felicia. Thank you.
Thank you, Felicia.
Yeah, that's Felicia. Yes,
Felicia.
and I teach at her dance school, Rain and Victory. So yeah, and teaching with the young people and all that kind of stuff, you know. But yeah, I have my website is ishiafrosoul.com. So yeah, just check it out and stay tuned.
Before we get out of here, there's a lot going on in the world and everybody's quarantined
Yeah.
right now. Is there a message that you can send your fans at this point in time?
Well, let me say this. I always like to say supporters instead of fans.
Supporters.
That's number one. I would say, man, just stay positive. Try to find something good to celebrate every day because it has been, even for me, challenging. You know, I stay prayed up. I definitely try to look at stuff that makes me laugh on a consistent basis. Love on people. I call people. I text people. I check on them. You know, I just would say, reach out, man, because some of the strongest people sometimes they're weak in these type of moments. You know what I mean? Because people are always depending on you to be the strong one and to reach out and to call. So just love on people, man. And it's a time, honestly, like to for me, I speak for me, let stuff go. Like release any bad energy or baggage from your past, or if you were upset about something or something happened, or just let it go, man. Because I mean, people, this whole thing right here, like when my mother passed, that changed me a lot in the sense of I've never been a harbor of bad vibes, but it shifted my energy because she died so fast. You understand? In the physical, her energy is still here, but even during this quarantine, it's like I hear her voice, And it's made me miss her even more. And it's just like, man, I wish I could hold my mom. I wish I could touch her. And you see people, you know, some people it's brought out the worst in them, and some people it's brought out the best in them. And you know, it's like, man, so many people have just passed, and it's been hurting. Like, I have to log off social media because I'm an empath. So when I see stuff, it really affects me on a deep level. Like, I literally like cry for people I don't know. Like, my heart aches for them. And so it's just, you know, yeah, I would say log off social media sometimes.
Yeah,
Keep your
absolutely.
energy positive, talk to good people, keep the vibrations high, pray, you know, eat some good food, exercise. I lost 20 pounds during this quarantine. So, so, you know, just, you know, that's what I would say, man. Let stuff go, man. Cause you know, we just don't know. We really
Right.
don't know. We don't know.
Right.
And I know that was a lot.
No, no, we needed that. A lot of people need that. That's why we're here. So that
Yes.
was,
What
yeah,
do
definitely.
you think is some good advice during the quarantine?
Um, Exercise, positive energy,
Yes.
um, get to love your loved ones, you know, that
Yes.
time, you
Yes.
know, just, you know, everything positive at this point in time right now.
Yes. And
So,
keep it like this.
yeah.
That's
Yeah.
keep it like this, you
When
know.
we
It's
get out of this, it should continue, you know.
yes. It's like a
So,
reset.
yeah.
Yes. Oh,
So
hey
this was
Trudy. I saw my friend Trudy. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, and your energy is really good. I can feel it, and I appreciate you.
I
And
appreciate you. We're
man, I
family.
thank you.
We're family now. So
I know.
whenever you got some new music or anything, you send it my way and I'll
I
blast it off.
will.
Anything new you got going on,
I
let me
will.
know.
Yes. And thank you
And
so much for having me. Like, seriously, this means a lot that you even thought of me. I mean, for real, for real. So thank you. And I hope you enjoyed the interview.
absolutely. And I just want to thank you for everything you've done for the culture. I mean,
Thank
you've been
you.
around since, you know, the early 90s, which made a big
Yes.
impact on my life. So
Oh,
I just want to
cool.
thank you for the memories.
Thank
Thank
you.
you for agreeing to the interview. Thank you for
Yay.
everything.
Thank you
And
so much.
thank you. This has been
Yes.
Quarantine Sessions. That's Eshe. I am the
Yay.
journalist there. Keep up with her. Keep up
Thank
with
you.
me.
Thank you
And
so
enjoy
much.
your evening. Thank you for joining me.
All right. God bless you. Thank
God bless.
you. Okay.
Thank you so
Bye.
much.
All right. Bye bye.
Bye bye.